Hello, boys and girls. It's GigiJ, your storytime lady, with a new adventure coming to you from www.mychronicangels.inc.com, where we bring awareness to chronic disease for children as well as adults. And today we have a wonderful adventure and book. Our adventure leads us to a hockey game and learn a little bit about ice hockey. And this one was, I got a request, Miss GigiJ got a request from Seth out of Houston, Texas, had requested this book be read. And Miss GigiJ found the book, and now she's going to read it to you. And it's called The Magic Hockey Stick. I wonder what's so magical about this hockey stick. I guess we better start our adventure and find out. So grab your pillow, grab your blanket, lay down and relax, and just chill out and veg out so Miss GigiJ can read you a story. And be quiet, we don't want to miss something. Madison Square Garden, hockey tonight. Look at all those people going to see a hockey game. But they're going to have a good time. Mom never knew why she was sent 2 tickets to go through that special event. She just said to Dad, "It's for a good cause, and charity auctions are always such draws." My father said, "Honey, you've got to be kidding. We haven't the money for auction or bidding." My mom was all smiles. My dad just frowned. But that Friday night, they went out tux and gown. She has a beautiful red dress on, don't you think? They went to the auction and kept their hands low. And then Mother reached up to straighten her bow. The auctioneer spotted her hand in the air, and he shouted, "Sold!" to the lady back there. Oh no, she straightened her bow and sounds like they just bought something. I wonder what they bought. My father blacked out, and when he awoke, he looked at my mom and said, "Are we broke?" All she could say was, "It happened so quick." And now we're the owners of a Wayne Gretzky hockey stick. It may not be something that you would have bought her, but think of the joy it will bring to our daughter. At breakfast, Mom asked if I could explain how great was this Gretzky, this player called Wayne. I told her that Wayne was the best of all times and how he just scored 999. But then my dad butted in. "Let's make one thing clear. This stick is not a toy. It is not to leave here. It cost us a fortune, so please don't you take it. I'd go through the roof if someone should break it." Wow, he's laying down the law there. He looks pretty upset. But one day, the pull of the stick got too strong. And though what I did was terribly wrong, I took down the stick with Wayne's autograph. I hid it inside my long-necked giraffe. I went to the ring and down to the ice, where some people pointed and others looked twice. Even my teammates had a good laugh. I must have looked odd with that old stuffed giraffe. But out on the ice, on my very first shift, I suddenly knew that I had a great gift. As soon as I touched it, I wasn't the same. That stick, it changed my style. It changed my whole game. And as my first shot whizzed past the goalie, I heard him exclaim, "Gee whiz, holy moly!" Nobody noticed the name on the stick. But that very first day, I scored a hat trick. Do you boys and girls know what a hat trick is? I bet Seth from Houston, Texas does. Well, Miss Gigi found out what a hat trick is, and a hat trick is when you score 3 goals in a row in a game. I sneaked the stick out whenever we played. I can't even count all the goals that I made. I always scored once, and more often twice. That magical stick was quite a device. Then after each game, I sneaked the stick back. Thank goodness my parents were ones to keep track. But while I was having a fabulous season, Wayne had stopped scoring, and I knew the reason. Game after game, he just couldn't score. 1 game, 2 games, and 3 and more. I read all the papers. The writers were rough. They wrote that Wayne Gretzky had lost his best stuff. They said, that old Wayne, once so great and admired, was now just too slow, too old, and too tired. Oh, how I fumed to hear such things said about him. I tossed and I turned and wreathed in my bed. And then as I fell into a deepening slumber, a voice said to me, "Return the man's lumber." Wonder what that meant. That stick meant the world to me and my team. But who could ignore such a voice in a dream? And then I remembered that warning from Dad. If that stick should vanish, he'd really be mad. But I didn't care. I made my decision. I knew what to do, and I had a mission. I head to the garden and asked to see Wayne. I knew I had something to ease all his pain. The man at the door was a fellow named Bob, and letting me in could have cost him his job. But he was a fan as well as a guard. He told me, "Be kind, Wayne's taking this hard." Wayne was way down in the dumps. "It's bad," he sadly said. "The worst of all the slumps." Then I took out the stick from my trusty giraffe, Wayne saw it signed with his own autograph. I said, "It's the stick that scored 999. I want you to have it. It's not really mine. It's made me much better, and I'm now my team star. I'm surely it will bring out the star that you are." Now Wayne always welcomed a timely assist, so he laid his strong hand on my little girl wrist. "But what about you, girl? This stick helps you score." But I said that I thought that he needed it more. He said, "You're most kind." And then with a laugh, the great one asked me for my autograph. Later that night, I watched ESPN. The Rangers and Gretzky were playing again. Then Dad called to me, "Come here quick. Tell me, young lady, just where is that stick?" I said, "Dad, I'm sorry, but please come with me." And I sat him down in front of our color TV. As he looked on, the Gretzky scored, and seeing that stick made my father just roar. "You gave him our stick?" He's crying out loud, but Mom slapped me high five and said she was proud. Wayne may have scored with a flick of the wrist, yet it was our daughter who gets the assist. In our final game, we played well and won. Still, I was more pleased with what I have done. I pulled Wayne right out of his slumps and helped him get over the 1,000-goal hump. And as for the stick and how much it's worth, it's now the most famous stick on earth. It's up in Toronto, encased in a shrine, that stick with two names, Gretzky and mine. Well, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed the magic hockey stick. Thank you, Seth from Houston, Texas, for sending that request in. So, boys and girls, send your request in. If you do not see a story on the videos that Miss Gigi has up there, then just have your parents email me, Jenny, at mychronicangelsinc.com or GigiJ at mychronicangelsinc.com, and I will get it. Miss Jenny will give it to me, or you can just send it directly to me, whichever you choose. Come back and visit us weekly for a new video, or you never know, Miss Gigi may have 2 in a week. So just keep checking back, and make sure you eat all your dinner tonight and take your baths without your parents having to get on to you, and brush your teeth before you go to bed and say your prayers. Okay, sweethearts, y'all have a lovely night. Bye-bye. Toodles.